We are surrounded by technology that's made our lives easier and more efficient than ever before. It's hard to believe that anything could be done better or faster than it is right now. But these 10 forbidden science projects show us there's always room for improvement. In fact, these advancements were so dangerous or life-altering that they had to be kept secret from the public. Some of them were literally burned, while others were buried deep in government facilities where no one can see them. But we found them, and we're about to show you what they are. So stay tuned until the end if you want to find out what horrifying invention the Nazis were working on when they lost World War II. Or stick around for something else that might change your life forever. Welcome back, everyone. Here, we've compiled the most mind-blowing scientific breakthroughs that have been kept under wraps for decades. From top-secret government programs to experiments that were too dangerous to share with the rest of the world. These forbidden science projects will blow your mind and make you wonder what else is being hidden from us. So sit back and prepare to be amazed as we count down 10 of the most secretive and groundbreaking scientific discoveries that have been kept under wraps for years. Number 10, Project 625. There are few things scarier than the threat of an alien invasion. But what if we told you that this fear may already be a reality? That's exactly what some scientists believe. After all, in 1964, a strange blue-green object was discovered floating off the coast of Cape Town, South Africa. Although it was quickly dismissed as a weather balloon or a kite, conspiracy theorists claim that the government has been hiding evidence of extraterrestrial life ever since. This bizarre event became known as Project 625 and remains one of the most controversial incidents in modern history. What do you think? Was it just a simple case of mistaken identity or something more sinister? You decide in the comments below. Number 9, Operation Paperclip. After World War II, the United States government had a problem. They needed to reverse engineer German weapons and aircraft. But there was one major issue. The Germans who knew how to build them didn't speak English. Enter Operation Paperclip. In 1945, the United States military began recruiting German scientists, engineers, and technicians to help them understand and improve German technology. But that wasn't all they were after. The United States government also recruited German spies and propagandists to help them spread anti-Soviet propaganda across Europe. In total, over 1,600 Germans were recruited through Operation Paperclip, and many of them went on to make significant contributions to American science and technology. Number 8, Project Sunshine. Ever wondered what would happen if someone could control the weather? Well, during the Cold War, the United States government did, and they wanted to know if it was possible. This led to Project Sunshine, a top-secret plan to develop weather-altering technology that could be used as a weapon against the Soviet Union. From cloud seeding to hail suppression, Project Sunshine explored a variety of ways to manipulate the weather. But it wasn't without its risks. In 1950, a test of a new hail suppression device went awry and caused a massive rainstorm in the middle of the Nevada desert. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it was a costly experiment. The United States government spent over $1 million on Project Sunshine. In the end, it was deemed too expensive and potentially too dangerous to continue. Number 7, Nazi UFO plans. During World War II, the Nazis were obsessed with one thing: winning at all costs. They developed some of the most advanced weapons of their time, including some truly terrifying tanks. But they also had their eyes set on the skies. In fact, they believed that the key to victory lay in the development of a flying saucer. This may sound like science fiction, but it's all too real. The Nazis had plans for everything from jet-powered flying discs to rocket-propelled orbs of death. But their most ambitious project was the Vril 7. This massive flying saucer was said to be powered by a mysterious force field and capable of traveling at incredible speeds. While the plans for the Vril 7 were never finished, the Nazis did manage to create a number of other advanced aircraft, including the Messerschmitt Me 262, the first jet fighter plane. Number 6, Stealth Technology. During the Cold War, the United States military was in a race against time to develop new technologies that could keep them one step ahead of the Soviet Union. One of their most important inventions was stealth technology, which is still being used today to develop some of the most advanced aircraft and spacecraft in the world. Stealth technology is all about staying hidden. By reducing a craft's radar signature, it becomes much harder for enemy forces to detect and track them, making it much easier to carry out missions with minimal risk of being detected. But how does it work? Well, it all comes down to a combination of special materials, coatings, and shapes that can confuse enemy radar systems. Today, stealth technology is more important than ever. With new threats emerging all the time, the United States military is constantly investing in new ways to improve stealth capabilities and stay ahead of the curve. Number 5. The Philadelphia Experiment. On October 20th, 1943, the USS Eldridge, a United States Navy destroyer escort, disappeared. Not long after, it reappeared 10 miles away in Norfolk Naval Shipyard. To those who believe in conspiracy theories, this was the result of a top-secret experiment known as the Philadelphia Experiment. But the truth is far less exciting. The story goes that the ship's crew was exposed to intense electromagnetic energy, causing them to go blind and some to suffer horrible burns. While there is no evidence to support these claims, they have become part of a larger conspiracy theory alleging that the United States government has been experimenting with teleportation technology for decades. The Philadelphia Experiment may have been nothing more than a naval mishap, but it has captured the imagination of people around the world and continues to inspire theories about the possibilities of teleportation. Number 4. The Manhattan Project. Imagine a world without electricity. No lights, no phones, no internet. It might seem impossible, but it almost happened. That's because the Manhattan Project, which developed the first atomic bombs, was nearly canceled due to safety concerns. But in the end, it was completed and changed the course of history forever. The project was top secret, and only a select few knew about it. But that didn't stop people from feeling the effects. Radiation leaks and accidental explosions were common, and many people were exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. Despite the risks, the Manhattan Project was successful, and the first atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. Number 3. Mind control. For centuries, humans have dreamed of being able to read minds. And in recent years, science has started to make that dream a reality. Believe it or not, there are actually a number of ways that scientists are currently able to read minds. One of the most popular methods is functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI. This technology allows scientists to measure brain activity by detecting changes in blood flow. Another method is electroencephalography, or EEG, which involves placing electrodes on the scalp to measure electrical activity in the brain. But how accurate are these methods? Well, it depends on who you ask. Some experts claim that fMRI machines can accurately measure brain activity and even identify specific thoughts. Others argue that the technology is not accurate enough to be reliable. What do you think? Is mind reading just science fiction, or is it closer to reality than we think? Let us know in the comments below. Number 2. Super soldiers. During World War II, both sides were desperate for an edge. The Germans created the Super Soldier program, which aimed to create the perfect soldier through genetic engineering. But it was the British who came up with the idea of the perfect weapon, a poison gas that could incapacitate enemies without killing them. This may sound like something out of a comic book, but it's all too real. The British developed a number of different gases, each with its own unique effect. Some were designed to cause blindness, while others were meant to make victims lose their sense of smell or taste. But one of the most effective was CS gas, which causes intense pain and respiratory problems. Fortunately, these weapons were never used in combat, but the fact that they were even considered shows just how desperate times were during World War II. Number 1. The Green Card. The Green Card is one of the most valuable pieces of identification in the United States, granting its holders the right to live and work in the country. But did you know that it almost didn't exist? In the early 1980s, the United States government was considering a plan to replace the Green Card with a computerized tracking system that would allow the government to monitor the movements of immigrants across the country. This system would have been a major departure from the traditional Green Card, which had been in use since the 19th century. But public outcry and concerns about civil liberties ultimately led to the government abandoning the plan. Today, the Green Card remains one of the most sought-after pieces of ID for immigrants around the world. Which of these science projects was the most fascinating to you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos. See you next time.